Hi, I'm Kirsty.
And I'm Catherine. People know us as the Fields twins.
We suffer from a unique neurological condition that's slowly taking away all our muscle control, and we both suffer from painful spasms. We are the only people in the world who have this illness, so the doctors have named it after us. Fields condition.
We are not expected to live very long. No one knows for sure what is ahead of us, but the doctors have no cure and we've started going to a hospice. We've lost our mobility, and a few years ago we lost our voices.
This year, as we turn 18, we wanted to make this film together, to share our thoughts on our world, while we still can.
Our lives can be really scary, but we have not lost heart. We try to face the world with a smile. This is our story.
In our own words. These are our new super powerful speech aids. They are amazing. Through these we are able to express our thoughts and talk to people again. I'm Kirsty. As you can hear, I have chosen an Australian accent.
And I'm Catherine. And I have gone for a posh one. Today we are having a lesson on how to use the speech aids.
Already I can say things I've wanted to say for a long time. Ma'am, do you and Daddy have sex?
That's personal.
I love winding Mommy up.
Kirsty is so cheeky. What she says is always so embarrassing.
And capsizing.
But I love her to bits.
The nice thing is now, is when they do talk, when they do say it with a communication aid, you've actually got a voice at the end of it. You know it's not the girl's voice.
So take off really my button to have.
We live in Wales in the UK. We speak English, but our first language is Welsh. Felchi and Clywed, an anthonys di reparian dim angelusarade Cymreg. But to be honest, I am just happy to be able to speak at all. We used to talk at night and put the world to rights. Kirsty is the noisy one and she would jabber on all night.
We talked a lot of crap. I miss those chats. Now we have to lie there next to each other in silence. It sucks.
Dim byd off limits na. You sure? Na check o.
This is Hayley from the hospice. She's our friend. She's special. We have private conversations with her that we don't have with anyone else, even Mammy and Daddy. We talk about anything and everything.
Because the only one who knows what you're going through is Catherine, and the only one who knows what you're going through is Kirsty. And yet you can't speak about it. That's pretty pants, really, isn't it? It's pretty pants.
Tea. Miss it.
You miss being able to have a good chat with your sister. I bet you do, sweetheart.
How hard it is. How hard it is.
Is that something you think about every day, Kath? Yeah. And would it help if you could talk to your sister a bit more about it? Maybe that's something we can do together, the three of us. Yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Maybe when I meet you, we can have some time together, the three of us. Yeah? And then you can just have time with each other to talk about different things. Yeah. Ti'n blin hwnna, Cariad? Yeah. Mae'n gwaith anodd, yndi? Ti'n mynd gorffen am heddi? Yeah? Okay.
For Kirsty, he hope she likes it, and I think it's the same as your present.
We remember loads about life before we got ill. I really like watching old home videos. It's a laugh.
It's Christmas morning. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas morning, and we're really looking forward to see what's in our sack. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You'd think now, looking back at things like home videos and stuff, where they're singing and laughing and talking, you think that they'd get upset about something like that. But they actually like watching them. They don't get upset about them. They get more embarrassed than upset.
I enjoy the memories, but it makes me sad to think I cannot do those things anymore.
We were typical little girls, into singing and dancing, and we loved spending time with our friends. Slowly around 4 things started to change. We noticed that we were getting a little bit clumsy. We thought nothing of it to begin with, but soon Mum and Dad were worried, so we went to hospital for tests. They drew a blank. Living with Field's condition is really difficult, and it's getting worse. It sucks.
A lot of kids were frightened of us in school because they didn't understand why we are in wheelchairs and cannot talk. One day, we did a PowerPoint presentation in assembly about our condition. Since then, everyone is so much nicer to us and aren't afraid to say hello. We've learned from that how important it is to talk. This was the inspiration for this film.
We first met Hayley when we were referred to the hospice. She came to spend a day with us in school.
Hello, Catherine and Vint. Hello, Beth. Ti'n iawn? Yeah?
If they were to look on the web about what is a hospice, it tells them that perhaps it's a quiet place where adults go to die. So teenagers don't really understand what a hospice is. So, understandably, they're a bit anxious. But I think once they've been and they've had a look around and they've met 1 or 2 of us, they get a better picture of it, and they understand that it's a place where they can come and relax, have a bit of fun, recharge their batteries, have a break from Mum and Dad, and have a little holiday with other teenagers that are going through the same as them.
In order to help us, Hayley wanted to learn more about our condition and how it affects our lives.
Try and behave.
We hit it off straight away.
Right.
They've got patterns for Parkinson's, they've got patterns for cerebral palsy, they've got patterns for other things, but they haven't got a whole pattern for anything. Their condition was actually named after them because nobody has seen anything like it. But what does it do for us? It doesn't help us. That's just a name, because where we've seen so many different consultants and doctors, and we've been to different hospitals, everybody's dumbfounded. One professor told us it's like looking into a crystal ball. Nobody can tell you. Nobody can tell you what's going to happen tomorrow because nobody knows.
Who snores the most? The girls are amazing, really. They're so funny. And But they both got their own personality, which is really nice. But they're just amazing, beautiful girls. And it's really lovely because, I mean, you look at them now, they want to wear their fashionable clothes, they want their makeup done right, they want their hair done right. And why shouldn't they, do you know? They're just the same as any other teenager in that respect. But they're just amazingly beautiful, funny girls. I love them already. I've only just met them. Who chooses a DVD, or do you always agree, or do you argue? Is there one you got a favourite? Anyone?
They like everything. They like the Disney ones.
Yeah.
They like everything.
Oh.
Girly chick flicks.
Oh, cool. Lynn is just incredible, isn't she? The way she copes. You know, she doesn't have, one daughter. That's ill. She has two, and the way she copes with that is just remarkable. I take my hat off to her. And I think she tries to get through each day as best she can and trying to keep a positive attitude, but you can see that it's raw for her and you can see that she's struggling.
They're going to be 17 next week, and we're at the stage now where they've got to have help with everything. You know, they have problems lifting their arms because there's an ongoing deterioration. Going back when they were 11, 12, they could still dress themselves independently and things. With a little help, obviously, but most things they were still doing. And we're at the stage now where they can't even turn over in bed themselves. I feel as if I should be doing everything because I'm their mother. But because we've got to the stage where I'm struggling, and the hardest thing I had to do was ask for help.
Is that risky?
They don't see themselves as disabled. They see themselves the same as what all their friends are. And I think that is the hardest part, because their dignity, everything, But they've been very, very good and very understanding about everything. They know that we can't go on as we are. We've really, really got to have help.
Today I'm doing something that I don't get to do very often. I've come shopping with Catherine and Kirsty just to try and get to know them a little bit more, because when I was speaking to their mother the first time I saw her, she said if I really wanted to meet them and really wanted to get to know them, I need to come shopping with them, because that's what they love to do.
We'd been so excited about this day.
As well as shopping, we're going for a meal and to a pop concert. It's such a laugh.
Can you please hand over your credit card now at your pharmacy so I can go shopping?
Our condition is degenerative. If one of us develops a symptom, the other will soon follow. I'd started having frightening brain seizures and muscle spasms. Sadly, Kirsty had just started having them too.
She says that they hurt, so that's not a good thing. She's in a bit of pain with them. She can sense that they come in, and she gets a little bit scared, and she needs a lot of reassurance around that. It's just a bit heartbreaking to see her go through it, really, because it's kind of scary for her.
Yeah. I think she's had about 16 of them. So we weren't going to come today, but Kirsty, as she is, she's not going to miss out on the shopping trip, and she's trying to put a brave face on and carry on. She doesn't want to cry because she doesn't want to spoil her makeup, but it is difficult, it just overwhelms you sometimes.
In the restaurant, Kirsty is in pain and it's really upsetting. But through it all, she continues to smile. She's so brave.
They're an inspiration to us because they've had to go through so much. I know we've had to go through it, but it's actually them it's happening to. And through everything that they've gone through, they just keep smiling.
Despite everything, we've really enjoyed spending time with Hayley. She's great.
It's because of their age and the way they dress and the way they are. I used to work with another family that had 2 daughters that sadly died, and it just reminds me of being with them and of what I went through with them emotionally. And so as soon as I see the girls, I can feel myself filling up because I just almost don't want to do it. Because it just takes me back to where I was when I worked with these other girls and when we lost them. But then I'm so glad I did take them on because they're just so amazing. They are just beautiful, beautiful girls, and they're gonna break my heart, put it that way. Do you know, sometimes when we're talking and I'm spending time with him, I think you have all the same kind of thoughts and feelings as anybody else who's nearly 18. Think that's true? So do you think about boys? Yeah. Do you think about sex and things like that? No. Kirsty, no, I know that's a lie. How can you sit there and say no? Yes, that's a liar. You don't, Kath? No, you just want more of a relationship that's based on friendship, do you? Yeah? What about you, Kirst? Be honest.
Sex.
You think about sex? Yeah. It's quite normal though, isn't it, for girls who are nearly 18? I guess the biggest thing about being an adult, you can do things like that, isn't it? Kathy's got her head in her hands. Oh, the shame, my sister's talking about sex. How do you feel, Chris, about the fact that for you to have a relationship, it'll be so much harder and it'll need a lot of understanding on yours and the boys' parts, really, wouldn't it? What do you think about that? I think it's worth a try. I think it'll be worth all the hassle. Yeah. The only way you could describe the atmosphere when you're with the girls is nuts. They are just... You can be in tears one minute with them, you know, talking about really difficult issues. And the next minute, Kirsty will say something totally off the wall, totally not related whatsoever, and have you all in stitches. Or a nice boy can walk past and they'll both just turn their heads like that. And you just think, hang on, no, we're talking about something serious, and they've obviously been distracted. But they don't tend to live, even though things are really difficult for the girls, they don't tend to live their days dwelling on that. They kind of try and put a smile on each morning and have as much fun as they can through the day. And they're very conscious of everybody else around them as well. They want to look after mum and dad and the staff at school and all the staff at Tea Haven. They want to make sure that they're enjoying their company as well and that they're okay. They're very caring girls. They want to make sure that everybody's happy and is having a nice time. But they're just nuts. Absolutely nuts.
After getting to know Hayley quite well, it was time for our first visit, to stay at Tea Haven. The name means Haven House in English.
Okay. Sorry. Can I cut something off?
We weren't sure what to expect.
All we knew was a hospice is a place where kids go to die.
And what we got to do tonight is put your handprints on the walls, girl, okay?
Yeah. Hayley is nutty, kind and a beautiful person.
Twins and Mum and
She's
Dad.
lovely.
That is not me. Excuse you. Laughing. What about you, Chris? Do I need to wear the colours? Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. What colour?
When we first heard Tea Haven, obviously I knew Tea Haven was a hospice for children, but I didn't know a lot about it. And you think, oh, Tea Haven, you think, you know what you think. But we had the warmest welcome ever, and I think they're all crazy there. And for people to think that Tea Haven is a morbid, sad place, they're wrong.
There we are.
Got it?
What do you reckon, Kirst? We've a really lovely welcome, haven't we? Because we've put our handprints on now, we feel as if we're part of Tea Haven, our names are on the wall, our handprints are on the wall, you know. So we're actually officially part of Tea Haven now.
At home we have a bell to call Mammy when we need help.
I got to the stage where they ring the bell in the morning. I was dreading it. And it shouldn't be like that, you know. Because, you know, I'm fighting against them, trying to get them up. I'm trying to get them in the chairs, and Catherine, because I get stressed about it, she's getting just distressed about it, where it's just making things worse then. We're just like a vicious circle.
You know, hold on with the other hand.
This was the first time anyone but Mammy addressed us.
Job done.
It was funny. Mammy was freaking out.
Okay.
I'm confident with all the girls and everything. They've all been fantastic, but it's really hard because I feel as if, you know, I need to work. It's really hard just to... Don't laugh at me.
You're laughing because your mum's crying. It must be hard for you because you haven't had this kind of sport before, though, so it must be hard to hand over. I think Lynn really realises that the girls are deteriorating, and I think she realises that time is really precious to her. And we've talked about, you know, next year will be the 18th birthday, and she really would like to do a big party for them. And she's said things like, I just hope that they're well enough to appreciate it and to enjoy it. So I think she does understand, you know, how ill they are and what the prognosis is. So beth yw dyfodol I chi? Beth ti'n meddwl?
Carry on being happy.
Is that what you plan to do? Da iawn ti, Kath. What's your biggest hope am y dyfodol? Beth ti'n moyn wneud?
I just think about me wedding.
You to think about your wedding. Is it important that you are able to grow up and have a bit of independence so you can have a relationship and meet somebody and take it from there? Do you think you'd be able to have that independence with your fields? You'd be able to? No.
I want to.
You want to? I'll get married and live with a husband.
I want to stay here.
You want to stay here, living with Mum and Dad? You don't want to live on your own? With carers? No? I thought you just said you want to get married though, Kath. Ti yn? So ti'n moyn briodi yn byw ma gyda Mum and Dad? Like the Waltons? Okay. Why is that, Kath?
I'm scared.
You're scared, Kath? What, to move away from Mummy and Daddy? I think most 18-year-olds would feel the same, Kath, wouldn't they?
The girls are staying at Tea Haven this week, and they are having a pampering day today. They've had their hair done, they've had their makeup done, and they are just, oh, they're loving it. They're really lapping it up there.
One of the best things about Tea Haven is that we get treated normally. Some people tend to treat us like babies. Just because I can't talk, they patronize me and treat me like I'm stupid.
They make me angry too. I know they're trying to be nice, but they are just being idiots.
It can take me all day to get them ready, you know, makeup, hair. For them to come here and do it here, it's just nice. It's just something that a normal 17-year-old girl would do anyway.
Amy Claire is our friend who we met at the hospice. She's a good laugh and pretty. She goes nuts when people stare at her. She knows how we feel.
I think it's hard when you have a physical disability on its own because people automatically assume you're thick or you don't understand what's going on. But once you start talking to them, that person's opinion can get turned around because they realise you have a sense of humour, you can make a joke about it and lighten the atmosphere. But I think for the twins it must be twice as hard because they've not just got the physical impairment. They can't talk to someone. It's not only are they missing out on the physical side of the relationship, but they're missing out with a lot of people on the emotional side, on the social part. I think the twins cope remarkably well considering the situation. They laugh and they smile and they get on with it. They do normal things. But it's like you see through the cracks. I think especially when you're in a similar situation, you see something happen and you think, that must be a really, really shitty day or moment. It must be really annoying.
Look at those smiles. Oh! And how long have you been sisters? That's a tricky question. Is it 18 you're this year, are you? Yeah. Wow, I wish I was 18 again.
I'm having a spasm here. I can't control them. I shake and my muscles sometimes lock in position. Sometimes they hurt so much I want to scream, but I can't.
Next, right. Got a pen? Right. Ni'n dal da. Okay. So ti'n teimlo iawn nawr? Yeah, ti'n siŵr?
We both suffer from bad spasms. We have small ones every few minutes, around 100 a day.
If we feel emotional in any way, happy or sad, it makes our spasms worse. We found ourselves in a vicious circle, where spasms make us upset, and getting upset makes us spasm.
There are spasms and grief headache, Catherine. I'm not going to have an hand left if it gets any stronger. Catherine has been fab for most of the day. She really enjoyed it, but she's been a bit overwhelmed at times, I think, and she's had a couple of tearful moments where she's had to have a little bit of time out, just to chill a little bit and think about things. And it's certainly hard for us to get to the bottom of why she feels overwhelmed. Sometimes she says she doesn't even know why she feels so overwhelmed and why she cries. It just comes over her like a wave, I guess, at times, and it's difficult for her. And like I say, especially because she hasn't got the use of her voice. Sdim byd yn brif y ti na, poeni ti na, upset o ti. Mae'n just dod fel y wave.
Because she's been bad, she's been having spasms for the last 2 years. She's been with me a lot and she's very, very clingy to me. What Catherine finds hard more than Kirsty, Catherine is a worrier. Where Kirsty lets it all go over her head, she doesn't worry about it until it actually happens. And Catherine's finding it harder to deal with the fact that she is disabled. She wants to be like her friends.
With the 4 hands.
This way, girls. Beautiful, perfect. Hold that there.
I feel devastated about my condition.
What part of your condition makes you feel so devastated, Helen?
Spasm.
Your spasms. That's a big, bold statement to make. Does it get you down?
Don't sleep.
It stops you sleeping. Do you think your spasms are getting better or worse?
Same.
So they're the same. Is it the spasms that get you down the most out of all your condition? Yeah. Worse than not being able to walk? Worse than not being able to talk? Spasms are the worst thing for you. Do you think you can talk to your doctor about it when you go and see the doctor next?
No point.
There's no point. Do you think she might not be able to help? She might be able to help, what do you think? No? So what can we do to help your spasms? Don't know. Do you think there's anything that the doctors can do to help? No. Do they know that your spasms get you down, do you think? Yeah, do you tell them? Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think, why me? It's so unfair that it's happening to us.
I used to wish for a cure, but I've given up hope. If I could ask a God what will happen, I'd ask, how bad will it get?
I took them to school today. They should be in school by lunchtime because they had a photo taken of all year 13. That was very emotional, seeing them all. You know, they're all together now, and they're all going to be together in their prom, and that is it then. They'll all go their separate ways, won't they? And it was emotional to think, they should be doing the same as what everybody else is doing. I can't wait to say.
We turn 18 today. Now that we're adults, we can make our own decisions about our lives.
It's a bit scary, to be honest. Since we were small, people have always made decisions for us, especially since we lost the ability to talk.
Hello, Takia.
Hello.
Titi?
Have a look at that is.
Oh my god, what is it?
That wasn't my idea, that was Mommy.
Just in case, Kath. Just in case. You've always got to be prepared now.
Do you know what it is, Chris?
Oh, we got him
I couldn't get up to answer in time to get the infant rabbit.
This time last year, that's all I said was I hope that the girls will be strong enough to actually enjoy their party. And back in January they had feeding pegs put in their stomachs, and they've actually put some weight on where they're stronger, and they can actually, even though they're tired today, they're coping with everything better. So I didn't think they'd be as good now as what they actually are. Obviously I don't know what it's going to be. I haven't thought about what's going to happen after now, because we've only aimed as far as their 18th birthday. So, I haven't looked too far ahead from their 18th birthday. Penblwydd hapus I chi, penblwydd hapus I chi, penblwydd hapus I Catherine a Kirsty, penblwydd hapus I chi. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
I always wanted a tattoo, but Mommy wouldn't let me until I was 18. The other day I got one.
I got one too, because I didn't want to be different to Kirsty. We both feel butterflies help us forget our problems and relax, so that's what we got.
Really, I don't feel that different to when I was 17. I feel proud to be an adult, and it's good to know I can do what I want. For years we've planned a big ball to celebrate reaching adulthood. And tonight it's finally happening.
1, 2, 3. Whee! Hey! Oh my God. Oh, boys back.
In the future, the condition is going to get worse. I do worry about it, but I try not to think about it.
Lisa?
No matter how hard it gets, we love life. And we are determined to live it to the full. We're getting on with our adult life, whatever that may bring.
Well, we got down to the Park of Scholars at the moment for a night on the Cwrw, as you do, like, isn't it? Good night.
I've been looking forward to tonight for ages. We are dressing up in our princess frocks. There's gonna be a band, all our family and friends, and it's going to be the best celebration. I'm a bit nervous too.
Turning 18 is cool. We made a card each to thank Mommy and Daddy. I wrote thanks for my party, my presents, and my cocktails. I also thanked Dad for giving Mommy his sperm, making me so lush and gorgeous. It was great to celebrate. At one point Haley made us watch the big screen. There were messages for us from all sorts of famous people, including Harry Styles from One Direction.
Hi Kirsty and Catherine, we're One Direction, and we just want to say we cannot wait to meet you at one of our concerts next year. We'll see you there.
See you soon.
Bye.
My cousin was in bits. I think I will have a boyfriend, but it will be difficult. The kind of man I'm into is tall, fit, and a nice guy. Who knows? One day I might even get a bit of action.
I feel so lucky. We have such caring parents. They do everything for us.
People think we're brave going through so much, and trying to smile. I think Mommy and Daddy are the brave ones.
I really don't know what kind of a life they're going to have from now on. I can see how the problems that they've got, how those problems, there's new little problems starting. And this is what their condition has been all along from day one. When it first started, you see little bits of things. And all of a sudden it's whoosh in your face and it's there all the time. Deep down, I know that these little problems are going to go worse. And they're going to cause big problems, you know? Does that make sense?
Will they always be cared for so much that they'll always be children?
Yeah.
Will they ever have that kind of independence to be an adult? Can you kind of...
No, I can't.
Why do you think Mammy cries, Kath?
She doesn't like what is happening.
Mammy cries because she doesn't like what's happening to you. And she wishes she could make it better.
Be a pie and smell a lift tossed not bad pie.
You have to read this, will I didn't get much of that. Be happy and smile. Life's too short not to be happy. Yeah?
W.
Is that your motto? Yeah?
I.
Is it hard to be happy all the time, August? Because you're always smiling. I think sometimes people might look and think, oh, they're fine.
L.
Life's okay for them because they're always smiling.
E.
Is that just a mask? Yeah.
A smile gets you through.
A smile gets you through. It does, doesn't it? Do you know, when you think about the girls and what they live with each day and how much each day is a struggle, you kind of appreciate how they want to try and be happy and live life as full as they can, because they know that each day could bring a new problem for them, and they know that the future is really uncertain. And I was talking to Kath last week. She said that she's been thinking a lot about dying recently, and she was asking questions around that and speaking about her fears and what that might be for her. And she was talking about things like, you know, will I be in a lot of pain? Who will help me? Who will support me? And at the same time, what was heartbreaking to you, but a lovely thought, she was asking questions about her sister. So she was saying, but what will happen to Kirsty? If I die, who will help Kirsty? Who will be with Kirsty? And I just thought, for an 18-year-old to have to think not only about your own death, but about your twin sisters as well, it shouldn't have to be, should it? It shouldn't have to be.
A charity has given us a special holiday to Disneyland.
Cinderella is my favorite. I still watch the film now. It reminds me of when I was small, before I had Field's condition. I've always liked Disney because there's always a happy ending for the princesses. Don't feel sorry for us. No one lives forever. Heaven is special. I think when people go to heaven they are cured. It's like Disneyland.
I believe in heaven, but I don't believe in God. Why would he make our lives hell like this?
People say we were brave. I just think that's because we've got a spirit for life. There are other people worse off than us. Okay.
okay.
Do you worry about your sister, Kath? Yeah. Do you worry about Catherine, Kirst? Yeah. Is it hard to see each other go through it?
I love you.
Oh, Kirst. Is it nice to use your voice now and again, Kirst, when you can? Yeah.
We talk we our stories.
We talk through your eyes. Ah, to each other. So you know what each other's thinking just by looking at each other's eyes.
D.
Can you understand when Catherine's sad, even if she doesn't say? Can you understand when she's upset, even if she doesn't say? Can she understand you? How do you think she's doing today, Kath? Is she alright? Yeah? Is she happy?
Oh.
You upset? No? Spasms of it? Yeah? Ti'n alright? Ti'n sure?
I know it's hard, but keep smiling. I know it's hard, but keep smiling.
Don't feel sorry for us. Life is too short to spend time feeling blue.
Have some fun. Do something crazy once in a while.
Laugh, love, live.
And always wear a smile.